Let's also welcome in Ruchit Jain to discuss really where markets are headed in the new series. Ruchit, good morning. What's your sense? Where are we headed?
Yeah, good morning. First, we just observed the entire July series. Then mostly the markets were trading in this broad range of 8300 to 8650. And if we just see the later half of this month, then on Monday this week, we had seen Nifty giving a breakdown gap around to 8480 to 8500 zone. So going ahead, according to this gap resistance theory, I think on the higher side, this 8480, 8500 would act as a stiff resistance area. So maybe in today's trading session or Monday's session, Nifty would try to test that 8480 to 8500 gap area, and from there onwards we may again see a profit booking or markets coming under selling pressure.
So then what's the strategy that you're advising clients to do in terms of the index, and even for that matter if you got a call going on the bank Nifty?
Yeah, so in index, if anyone is looking to trade at current levels, then first we are expecting an up move of about 80 to 100 points. So just intraday trades could be set on the long side, but positionally, one should not be in a hurry to create long positions over here. Around 8500 if Nifty comes, and if we see any divergence in the market breadth, which is so far positive, then one can look to create short positions over there. But Priyank, rather than Nifty, I think Bank Nifty would be more weak going ahead, especially if we see the private sector banks. Then in last 1 week, these stocks have not been showing any positive momentum. The PSU banks we saw in last 2 days a good amount of up move, which seems more due to the short covering rally. So going ahead, I think Bank Nifty would face stiff resistance around 18,600, 18,650, and in that zone, positional traders can look to create short positions in banking sector.
All right. Just want to get a thought on a couple of the other auto names that we're watching out for as well, Ruchit. I mean, Tata Motors has been a counter which has been in focus, considering the kind of weakness that we've seen in the July series. Is that something that you would watch out for in the August series?
Tata Motors, mostly it has been in a complex corrective pattern since last, I think, 3 to 4 months. So, and still on the lower side, there are no signs of reversals in this stock. Although we are not advising our clients to go short in this counter at current moments, because it seems that it is in the last leg of this corrective action. But generally, what happens in when any stock is in a complex corrective, during the last leg when the stock bottoms, we generally tend to see a panic selling type of pattern on a day. But in this stock, still we have not seen any type of panic selling. It's still gradually going down. So I think we may see some downside from current levels in Tata Motors, but downside would be limited, and hence one should not create any shorts in the stock now. In case if we see any such a panic bottom forming in this stock, then one can and reversal from that levels, then one could start buying. But as of now, we are not advising any trade in this stock. We would wait for some kind of reversal signs to go long in this.
All right. A couple of the banking names as well. We were talking about the Bank Nifty, but you've got ICICI Bank in focus. Kotak Mahindra Bank's already seeing a little bit of a cut in the pre-open as we see those numbers that have been impacted by those one-off costs. Pull up Kotak Mahindra Bank for you as well. It's down almost 3.6%. Ruchit, Bank of Baroda and PNB also saw some good momentum yesterday. Any of these banking majors as well on your radar?
Priyank, mostly I think private sector banks have not shown any positive development in last 1 week, in spite of the Nifty or Bank Nifty moving up from the support zones. So I think these private sector banks could come under pressure in the week ahead. And Kotak Bank is already today, after the results are announced yesterday, it is showing a gap down opening. So we might see some bit of corrective action in Kotak Bank. Even ICICI Bank we have seen that it has shown great weakness. 280 is the support level for ICICI Bank, but on the upside also it's not showing any strength. So I think any rallies in ICICI Bank would again get sold into, and it would again come down to around 280 support zone. So probably I think private sector banks would continue to remain under pressure. PSU banks, bearing few names such as Bank of Baroda, PNB, IDBI, I think other names are not showing much strength. Just last couple of days up move was just due to short covering. I don't think there's much upside left in this. So we may see some consolidation happening in PSU banks going ahead, and some corrective action coming in private sector banks.
All right, Richard, thanks so much for joining us this morning. With your take on things, we need to take a very quick break. And of course, we'll be tracking the pre-open for you right now as well. Quotes coming in.
That's right, 0.4% higher is what we're seeing as far as the benchmark indices are concerned. So probably that momentum that we saw yesterday could at least continue in the August series. We're just about to kickstart that as well. Kotak Mahindra Bank, though, seeing a cut of almost 2.7%. Numbers have been a little weak, getting impacted by those one-off costs due to the ING merger as well. Though Cipla continues the momentum, Coal India and ICICI Bank are also showing some bit of green along with DRL. That's up by nearly 1.3, 1.2% is what we're tracking right now. We'll do a quick break. Up next, Ajay Bagga will be joining in with his market strategies. Stay tuned.